What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up? What up, Amber? How you doing? Y'all light up the chat, man. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. I'm driving home as always. Just left the gym. As I promised, every time I leave the gym, I'm going live, talking about some things with y'all. So let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know. What up, Carrie? Let me know. Hold on. Let me turn off this air. Good morning, Deborah. Let me feel y'all's energy, man. Today, just wear your big girl pants and big boy pants today. I'm about to talk about something that might be a little triggering, but as always, disclaimer, I love you, right? I love you too much to keep you the same, but I got to talk about this. Actually, the quote at the bottom that's pinned, everybody like that. Read that quote and write it in the chat, because that quote is a quote that you need to understand, right? Because at some point, blaming them for your life becomes your excuse of keeping your life the same. Now listen, I want to say this off top as people jump in, and y'all can say this if people jump in late. You can vouch for me that Trent already talked about that. Listen, I know trauma is real. I know gaslighting is real. I know narcissists, all that stuff is real. I know people can do you wrong, and it's hard, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's significant others, whatever it may be. I understand that. But at some point, like, this is why people continue to hurt you, and this is why you don't move on. Because I'm going to say this, and it might trigger you a little bit. But I had to tell myself this in my life, and it gave me the freedom to move forward. Nothing can control you without your permission. And I'm going to say this, like, sometimes, and this is wild to say, like, please don't, like, take it wrong. But sometimes when we're making people the center of our healing, meaning that it's about them, we talk about them, we call them narcissists, we call them this and that might be true, they might be all those things, but when you're making your healing about them, it's almost like you become the narcissist, because now you're making everything about you, right? And so I want to tell you this, like, retire that word, like, retire blaming them, retire talking about them, like, don't give them no energy, whatever it is. Stop giving them energy to control you, because some of us, what we're doing is that we want this story of healing. Woo, we about to go in. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. What's up, Becky? Shout out for the stars, Amy. They ain't ready. Ain't nobody gonna be on this live. Y'all can share this right now, because I'm about to, like, really touch some hearts. And if you get this, it's really gonna change your life. But I want to say this. A lot of us, we want a story of excellence, right? We want a story of growth. We want a story of change. We want a story of healing. We want a story of legendary. We want this story, like this beautiful story. And listen, it's available for all of us. You have the pen. But the problem is, when you're addicted to talking about your past, when you're addicted to blaming that person, even if they deserve the blame or not, or blaming that situation, you are now writing your chapters about them. You're now making chapters about them. You're now making your story about them. And you sit here, who is hiding here? And you sit here and spend the rest of your life talking about them. They done moved on. They done did whatever with their life, and you still stuck talking about them. Stop giving them power to control your life. Okay, stop talking about them. Stop telling your friends, oh, they're this, they're that. Okay, we get it. They did you wrong. Now it's time to move on, right? They were a terrible human being. Okay, why are we still giving them our energy? Why are we still giving them our time, right? Why are we still giving them our attention? And I get it. I understand it's easier said than done. But at some point, you are trying to write this story of growth and change, but you keep talking about the person that is no longer a part of your story. And I know it's like, it hurts, and I get that, but I love you too much to keep you the same. You got to stop blaming them for your life. Stop making them the center of attention, the center of your healing. Stop making them the center of your self-worth. Stop it. It's done. Move forward. Move on. Let's go. Stop making everything about them. Stop talking about them. Stop making posts about them. Stop doing podcasts about them. Stop doing it. Go move forward with your life. If that person was so bad, if that person was so evil, if that person was so much of this and so much of that, why are you still there? And understand, there is a chemical bond that you have to break, but talking about that person gives power to that person. Talking about that person lets that person know that you're still there. We have to move on with our life. And the second thing I'm going to challenge you with, are you doing what you should be doing with your life? Kathy, thanks for the 1,000 stars. Kathy feeling me today. Are you doing what you're doing with your life? Are you just talking about them? Are you taking care of your health? Are you taking care of your best life? Are you actually healing? Are you jumping to another relationship that's terrible, right? Are you trying to band-aid your healing? Because when you do that, guess what? You make the person that you're talking about, you make them look like they right. So no more calling people this or calling people that. Just move forward with your life. Ask yourself this: what do I need for my healing? Tell yourself this: your closure doesn't come from proving to the world that that person was a bad person. That's immature emotional. It's an immature emotional mindset. That's like you're trying to do God's work. God's work says, let me handle that. God's work says, man, vengeance is mine. Don't worry about that. You ain't got to defend your character. You ain't got to tell everybody how this person was this or that because they talking about you. Just move forward with your life. Let your character speak. Let your growth speak. Let your change speak. But you can't change if you're staying the same, if you keep feeding your brain the same type of things, if you're trying to prove to everybody else that this person was this and this person was that. Go move forward with your life. That's all I got to say. And some people don't want to hear this message because it feels so good when we prove somebody wrong. It feels so good when we call somebody a narcissist and like, oh, this person narcissist, this person's this person that. But we take no responsibility. I don't call people narcissists. I don't call people this or that. I just go move forward with my life. You are who you are. I'm not here to give you a definition. You did me wrong, cool, I understand it, but me trying to prove to you what you are doesn't create my closure. It don't. I'm about closure. I'm about moving forward. I'm about healing. And so if I'm trying to prove to everybody else that I'm this and you're this and you're that, that doesn't create my closure. Because you're operating from a place of hurt. You're operating from a place of lack. When you start operating from a place of abundance and God's grace and God's favor, you ain't worried about them. You ain't worried about what they say, family, friends, etc. You ain't worried about it. You go handle what you have to handle. So ask yourself this question: are you doing what it takes every single day to create your closure? Because the greatest closure that you can experience is realizing that your life has better. And you're only going to move to the better if you stop writing chapters about your past. If you stop writing chapters about your ex. If you stop writing chapters about who did you wrong, who did you dirty. Your closure comes from proving to yourself that you're worth it. Proving to yourself that there's more for your life. That's where closure comes. It doesn't come from, oh, I made everybody think that this person is this person is that. Ha ha, I won. No, you're still stuck because you haven't done the healing. That's why everything that you become a part of after, it never works out because you haven't took the time to actually heal your life. And some people don't want to hear that, but it's true. I've been in that position in my life. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna prove to this person, nah. All you're doing is keeping yourself from actually facing the truth. And the truth is, you deserve more. At some point, you got to stop making your chapters about this. Yes, everybody wants to use the word narcissist. I'm not saying there aren't narcissists in the world, but there's buzzwords in this world that we want to latch onto. Sometimes, yes, people are that for sure. But sometimes we call people narcissists because they don't want to do what we do. They don't do what we want them to do. That ain't a person narcissist. That's a person that has a different opinion, right? But we're so quick to label people things. I don't care about giving labels to people. If you do something to me that's outside of my standards or is disrespect, I'm not here to label you what you are. I don't care what you are. You just ain't nothing to me no more. And that's it. But I think a lot of us, we use these words because it makes us feel better. And we want to talk about people online because we want sympathy. I know I'm going to lose some people. Some of us, they call it trauma bonded. We're sympathy bonded. So we get on Facebook and we can say all these things. And sometimes it is a release, right? Sometimes it is a place where you can release and let things out. Like, I don't think you should keep things in that's terrible for your mental health. But you got to ask yourself, is bringing my problems to Facebook going to help and solve my problems? See, some of us, we want to get on Facebook because we want, yeah, girl, you right. Yeah, you right. Yeah, bro, you right. Yep, she ain't this and that. And it feeds your ego. See, you can be heartbroken and have ego. Nobody wants to talk about this. You can be done wrong and still have ego. Right? We all been there. Our ego says, I got to prove that this person ain't I got to prove that this person is a narcissist. I got to prove that this person is dogs. I got to prove it. So let me get on Facebook. Let me take my problems to a platform that just want to be entertained. and let me get my ego fed when nobody knows behind the scenes that you still broken. But as long as people like my posts, as long as I can write something and people like my posts, dang, I ain't got to do the work. I can get this dopamine hit without doing the work. I can get this false sense of closure when I know that I'm far from it. I'm still making my life about the thing that I'm complaining about. I'm still making my life about them, that, this, and whatever. That's no good for my life. I'm still making my whole life about that. And I wonder why I can't move forward. I wonder why at night when the Facebook is off or Instagram, whatever is off, I wonder why at night I can't get no sleep, because my soul is still tired, because my soul is still trauma bonded to that situation, because I'm making my life about that situation. Move forward with your life. And how you move forward with your life, you create your closure. Take care of your health. Start keeping promises to yourself. Start building self-trust. Start building self-alliance. Start building self-resilience, right? Start building these things with yourself. And I'm going to tell you, it's not about them. It's not about proving them wrong. It's not about making the world look at them a certain type of way, whatever it is. It's about creating your own closure. Create it. Facebook ain't got your closure, bruh. I'm just keeping it real with you. They don't, and nobody wants to hear this message. I get it. But Trent, I get it, man. But just use some logic. If you keep writing the story about the thing that has caused you so much trauma, right, without any like growth moment or healing moment from it, then please tell me how your story is going to change. If everything in this chapter, in the next chapter, is about this thing, again, with no plan of growth, with no plan of change, with no moving forward, please tell me in the chat, how are you going to create closure and heal? What's going to happen is you're going to get to 50, 60, 70 years old, still talking about how this happened to you. And you're going to tell people, this is the reason why I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And listen, that thing might have played a huge part in hurting your life, right? And holding you back, for sure. Like, nobody's denying that. But at some point, you got to realize that you are a strong, capable human being and God got you. At some point, you got to say, man, this broke me, but you know what? I'm going to turn the page. I'm going to retire this. This is dead. I'm going to bury it. I'm not going to bring it back up. And I'm going to move forward with my life. And I'm going to prove to myself that I'm worth it. Proving to yourself that you're worth it isn't making the other person look bad. Proving to yourself that you're worth it isn't about name calling the other person. Proving yourself that you're worth it isn't about demeaning the other person and positioning yourself as the better person. All it shows that you're not over that person. Right? You don't talk about things that you're over. Simple. So I want to challenge each and every one of you. This is not just about relationships. This is about life. I want to challenge each and every one of you to create a new chapter in your life. Okay? Create a new chapter in your life. Before I call anybody a word, which I never do, I check myself. I say, Trent, who cares? I can call people right now. This person did me wrong in business. This person's this person's that. This person's that. But what does that do for my life? Instead of calling somebody something, I say, let me focus on myself. They don't deserve my energy. They don't deserve my words. They're not worth it. My peace is priceless. Why I'm going to give them my attention? Attention is one of the greatest currencies you can give somebody. And yet you keep giving your attention to somebody that you say you don't care about. To somebody or some people that you say are terrible individuals. Why do you keep giving your attention to that? Bring your attention to yourself. Get selfish. Right? Bring your attention to your growth, your change, your healing. Like, do the work. Take your butt to the gym. Right? Go for a walk. Right? Before you log on to Facebook and want to write a long post about somebody, go talk to God. Go for a walk and talk to God, because I'm going to tell you, when you write that post on Facebook, you have friends in there. Yeah, she this. Yeah, like. And guess what? At night, you're going to be by yourself, still not healing. Nobody want to tell y'all that. But I'm going to tell you that. We got to stop playing the victim. And listen, just because, and this is the quote, just because you've been victimized, I'm not taking that away from you. I'm not saying, oh, you probably like, Trent, man, but this part, you've been victimized. Right? We all have at some point. Just because you've been victimized doesn't mean that you're a victim. Or should I say, doesn't mean you have to stay a victim. Some of us, we adopt this victim mentality and we take no responsibility and accountability. It's always this. It all starts with them. Yep. Nah, Trent. Yep, it is. Your healing starts with them. The person that you hate so much, it starts with them. Nah, Trent. No, it starts with them, because that's all you're talking about. That's all you keep blaming. That's all you keep trying to prove to everybody, that you're better than them. It starts with them. Yep, your next level starts with them, because until you win, until they bow down to you, or whatever it is that you're looking for, you're never going to change. It starts with them. Don't say it starts with you. Because if it started with you, you would say, you know what? Man, you might even say middle fingers to them. Even though I wouldn't encourage that. You might say, you know what? Them. And I'm going to make it real. And I'm going to make it real. And I'm going to make it real. It all starts with you. Right? So take massive ownership over your life. Look yourself in the mirror and say, it starts with me. And if it starts with me, that means that I'm taking power over my life. That means that I'm going to do something about it. That means that I'm going to stop making everything about the person, situation, whatever it is in your life that's controlling you. It's not about them no more. It's not. Your healing ain't about them. Your character ain't about them. But Trent, they talking down on me. Who gives a damn? Let them talk. You go put action. There's people talk about me. You know what? It's all Trent ain't like that. I don't care what you say. What you say, your opinion is just your opinion. Your opinion don't have no power over my life. Your opinion don't stop nothing. You ain't God, bruh. I don't care. I'm gonna let my character define it. If you have a problem with me, then cool. If you allow somebody to convince you that I'm this without you experiencing me person to person, I don't care about how you feel about me anyway. If you're that simple-minded, I don't care. But a lot of us, what we do is we want to please everybody. You might say, Trent, I'm not a people pleaser. That's a form of pleasing. You want to please everybody. You want everybody to like, but Trent, they talk about me. Who gives a damn? Let them talk. Right? Go get in your best self. Go glow your life up. Go strengthen the great life that you ever had with somebody. It's not looking back. The greatest payback, not looking back. And you going to move on. I believe this is the season. Thank you, Carrie. I believe this is the season where the people that hurt you, y'all like these type of quotes. These are quotes that y'all like. You like, hey man, Trent, yeah, whoo. Y'all like these quotes. Y'all don't like the fierce, hey, it's on you. I'm not gonna say y'all don't like it, but I know it's kind of like, dang, Trent, like, man, talk about other people, talk about how they did me wrong and this and that. I get it. I give y'all a lot of comfort and challenge. Here's something comforting. I challenge y'all enough on this live. Man, I lost my train of thought. Man, I lost my train of thought. So maybe I wasn't supposed to comfort y'all. You know what I mean? But I want to just tell y'all I'm proud of you. Dang, hold on. I'm gonna get this thought. Can somebody tell me what I was about to say? Those first few words. What was I about to say? Dang, I gotta remember this quote. Change. Can somebody tell me? Man, what was I about to say? I gotta say this before I leave. It was a good quote. I'm gonna forget as soon as I log off. But if y'all get something from today, y'all got something from today, like this and share this. Okay? It means everything. Please. All thousands of you that watch it, like it, share it, and comment. I know it's about moving on, but it was about, man, my brain is fried right now. Can somebody remind me what I was saying? I know it was a challenge, but I actually started off the quote and I forgot it. All right. But that's it. I ain't talking about nothing else. I got to go. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And if anything, take ownership over your life and what you do. Because if you keep making it about them, you'll never move forward. Okay, if you keep making it about them, you'll never move forward. Right? The greatest revenge is moving forward with your life. Right? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. There's gonna be, I believe this season, there you go. This season. Okay, here we go. I got it. This season, people that doubted you, people that did you wrong, people that counted you out. I believe for some of you, in this next year, they're going to watch you live your best life. They're going to watch you live your best life. And I'm going to tell you this, and this has happened to me. There's nothing more like, I don't want to say the word gruesome, but nothing more like gut-wrenching than watching somebody that you did wrong go live their best life. Watching somebody you did wrong be happy. Watching somebody you did wrong not worry about you anymore. I'm telling you, that is the best get back that you ever could have. The best get back is not coming back. It is moving forward and going to live your best life and going to have peace. Not even just happiness. When somebody sees you in peace, when they cause you so much pain, when somebody can't get your attention, when somebody can't reach you, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, and they can't get your response because your response is too expensive, because you don't even feel necessary, because they're not worth it to respond, that's when you win. That's when you win. We'll make tomorrow's live about that if I go to the gym. But that is when you win. I see you, Annie. All right. But like I always tell you, it all starts with you. Go have a beautiful day. It's rehab time. All right. Let's get it. Go share this, man. Shout out to the, let me shout out the Star Centers real quick. Shout out to Carrie. Shout out to shout out to Kathy. Shout out to Miss Valez. Shout out to Sabrina. Is it Miss Ann, Amy, Carrie, Tamikio, Nana, Carla. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.